Hello everybody, today I'm gonna be telling some stories about school. Pretty recent ones, kind of. And that's it. Short little video and that's all I have. So the first one I wanna talk about happened last year, and it was a history project where we had to create a business. It's weird for history, I know, but let me explain what the project was. So you had to make a business, you have to make an item you wanted to make. A logo for your business, a business name, slogan, and you actually had to make the product. So if you wanted to make a car for this, like a cool car company, well, you have to actually make a car. Good luck. Um, and we also had to contact a real life business owner and email them about questions. That's great. Love doing that. And so and the final touch was that you had to make a commercial for this. And you have to present it to everybody. So I got with two of my friends that were in the same class as me, and we start brainstorming what we were gonna do. So we decided we were gonna make like a plushie, and we decided to go for a cold theme. So an Arctic fox not wearing, but holding a slushie that could glow in the dark to make something special out of it. That's what we decided on. Great. And we came up with a business name, we came up with a slogan, we came up with a business and with a logo. Luckily for me, someone in my family actually owns a business, so that easy, done. The problem came with the commercial. So me and my friend and one of them were able to do at her house, and we were able to make the commercial. But the other one couldn't come, so she's like, yeah, I'll just do the voice lines and I'll send them to you, because I was editing it. It's like, cool, send them to me. So we make it, and I was able to come up with a pretty good idea how the commercial was going. It was great, awesome. Unfortunately, the day of the project, I couldn't finish the commercial because I still haven't been set the voice lines. So the day of me and two other partners were in a group outside doing something, and she was able to give me the voice lines, so I was able to quickly edit them. However, I was in a different class and I didn't have earbuds, so I couldn't listen to the volume. I had to make a guess about where it was and prayed it was right. So I couldn't tell that the audio got messed up, so you couldn't hear it properly. It was all scrambled and mixed up because something went wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but something went wrong. And so I didn't know this till it was too late. So the next class period is the commercial. So we go up there, and I'm very nervous. I get really bad anxiety from it. So I'm like, whatever, it's gonna be fine. So we do it. Everything's going great so far. And forgot to mention this part. This is actually being judged by my teacher and several other teachers for this, and my entire class. So the commercial comes up, and the audio is awful. It's very embarrassing. So I slid down the wall while my friend was poking me. It was like, get up, stop the video. So I do. It was awful. I was like, oh, sorry, the video messed up or something. And it was really embarrassing because we didn't get any response from that. Nobody said anything, and it was really awkward after that point. And I feel like I'm gonna cry from this. And so we actually got a C on that project, so we didn't fail it, but it's really bad. But at least one of them was like, hey, you did good. I'm like, thank you. Said my name. So that's some embarrassing stories, but don't worry, these two are actually this year. It's happened this year. So the first one I want to tell, it's how I sprained my wrist. I got blamed for doing the devious lick. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. So this year, September, early October, I was walking with my friend after school one day, and we were walking to a spot where my dad usually picks me up, because I don't like walking home because it's about 2 miles. Call me lazy, but I don't want to walk 2 miles because it's pretty warm outside a lot, and I didn't want to walk through that. And so we were walking, and a lot of kids at my school ride bikes to get home. I don't care. They're pretty nice, whatever. And they always tell you, most of the time they always tell you where you are. If they don't, they just go around you. But I always made the joke, since a lot of them don't warn you about it, that if you don't move in time, they'll run you over. Haha, funny joke, whatever. And so one day we were walking, and we heard like a kid's voice saying like, "Hey, move over so I can go by." He's going full speed. So I start to move over to the other side. Bad. That's on me. And I get hit. He couldn't move in time. I didn't know. And he hits me from behind. I land on my wrist, like bending it, and he falls on me, and the bike falls on me. So my tire weight, the kid's weight, and the bike's weight all fell onto my wrist. So I get up, nothing else really hurt, probably because I don't know, adrenaline or something, whatever the scientific reason is. So he gets up immediately. He's like, "Hey, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine, whatever." And I asked him if he's okay. He's like, "Yeah." And my dad, who actually drove by and saw this happen, gets out of the car to make sure I was okay. Because, when I tried to get up, I couldn't. Because my wrist, whenever I put weight on it, it hurt extremely bad. Like, extremely bad. To the point where, if you ever hit, if you hit your elbow on doorknob or something, or on a corner, it has, that shot of pain real quick. That's what it was, but 10 times worse, and it lasted longer. I was like, oh god, I thought I broke my wrist, to be honest. I thought I broke it, and so my dad comes over and helps me, and we get in the car and we start to go home, and I'm pretty chill about it. I don't, because you don't hear when I'm, I try to move it or whatever. So I'm trying to make conversation with my dad, so how was your day? And he was very upset because he thought I broke my wrist as well. It's like, oh, he was like, "Dude, this is not a laughing matter. Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He's like, "Can you move your fingers?" And I tried to, and it hurt really badly. I'm like, yeah, kind of." He's like, "Oh god." So we get home, and I sit for a little bit. Then I go back to him maybe 10 minutes later. And so I can move my fingers perfectly fine, and we bend it a little bit. He's like, "Okay, your wrist isn't broken, probably just sprained." And so I thought a sprained wrist would take maybe a week to heal at most, so I wasn't really concerned about it. And so it's okay, and he gives one of me a wrist brace, so to help support it so it doesn't hurt as much. Awesome. And so the first couple days, especially the day after, it hurt really badly, but it dulled down. It wasn't as bad till about a week later. One day I noticed that it wasn't really getting better, because whenever I put weight on it or I moved it slightly weirdly, it would hurt really bad. So I told my dad to see if it was something, if I fractured it or something. He's like, "No, that's normal to sprained wrist. It takes weeks to heal, and for this pain to stop, and even months to fully heal." So I'm like, huh? And I was very upset about this because I didn't want to have to deal with this for potentially months. Whatever. I had to deal with pain. Whatever. That's not the interesting part. Time for the devious lick part. If you don't know what the devious lick trend was, it was a trend on TikTok, especially, where kids, especially middle schoolers and high schoolers, would play a song, a specific song, go to the bathroom. It was mostly the bathroom. Broke things in there. Take off hand soaps, stole toilets, whatever they could, they would break it. And it was in its prime during this time. So it was happening a whole lot, and I thought it was stupid, because why would you even record your crime? You're just setting up yourself for failure, basically. Because if you record it, you're committing a crime by stealing or vandalizing. And they were posting it, so obviously they got in trouble. Fun fact, one of my kids in my class actually did get in trouble for doing it, so that was funny. But whatever. And so, it was one day in English, I think. I was sitting there trying to write my essay, and then the teacher comes up behind me. It scared me. It's like, "Someone's out there to see you." She walks away. I'm like, oh god, did I do something? Because I don't really do bad things, so I wasn't particularly worried. But it was so weird, because that doesn't really happen to me. So I go out there, it's a vice principal, assistant principal with some papers in his hand. I'm like, okay, whatever. maybe it's about grades or tests or something. Maybe I missed something. And so he tells me, someone in the bathroom broke something. And okay, small little detail here before I continue. Our bathrooms in our school are gender neutral. So they're not separated by gender, no boy, no girl, or anything like that. And so, which is great, honestly. And so there are these big, like kind of like cuts in hallways that kind of connects them, and there's sinks on two sides and like one of those like air blowy thingies to dry your hands. It's also a camera and right in the middle, so you see anyone who goes to the bathroom, but there's no cameras in the actual bathroom stalls. And so, like, you can't even see it because it's a full door, fully closed, and like no like little like ways you can get by crawling or whatever. And so, he shows me a picture of it. Me walking to the bathroom, like, okay, that's weird. And I kind of realized what was happening. This one was like, oh, they probably thought I did something. And so he tells me that a bathroom stall in the bathroom I went to was broken. And he asked me, so first he asked me, what were you doing? And second of all, was it broken before you got there? It's like, I didn't do anything. Second of all, it was fine. It's like, okay, cool, and he sent me away. And the thing is, this happened right after, like, a week after I sprained my wrist. And in the picture, and in real life, you could clearly see that I had a wrist brace on. And he asked me if I broke a toilet seat. Well, obviously I couldn't because my wrist was in a wrist brace. It looked like I broke my wrist or something. Some people actually thought I did break my wrist because it kind of looked like a cast, and a bunch of kids already broke their wrists already, so like the curse moved on to me. He asked me that, I'm like, no, and I move, and he sends me back whatever. I find it extremely funny. I tell my friend, he also finds it funny. It's just such a random thing. Like, why would you think I broke it if I have a wrist brace on? That happened, and that's all the stories I have for today. Actually, I ran out. I don't have anything else. All the others, like, I don't have that many, because they're all either really short or they're just not funny. I don't have interesting things happen to me apparently, because I don't get into drama. I just don't. I like avoid it like the plague. I think like the only drama I have is like second grade drama, but I don't think I'm gonna do a video on second grade drama anymore. Wait, I was never thinking of doing that. Not anymore. Never gave you a plan, ever. But that's it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys in